So here we have a Yaesu FT101EE. The EE, of course, stands for the extra economy version, which does not have the speech processor or the 160 meter crystal. This comes with the speaker and the D104 microphone. It hears really well.
Live stream, Roger. Yeah. And we're on there usually for about 2 hours. On Sunday evening, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. And see our radio, see your signal report here in South Carolina and the other Virginia Victor Alpha. What's my signal leader? Oh, you're 5 times close. You're at the perform. Too short skip, the band that had a kind of peculiar condition. We're near Boston, Massachusetts. Name here is Herb, Hotel England Radio Bravo. So I'm getting that it's some sort of an educational contact, but maybe you could give me a little rundown. I'd be glad to help you out. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the POTA pileup. That's the POTA right there. A Whiskey 8 Victor Charlie Kilo W8 VCK. A Whiskey 8 Victor Charlie Kilo. QSL, thank you very much for the contact. You're about a 5758 into southeast Michigan. Trying out a new radio. How do I sound? QSL 5758 into Michigan. I'm testing out a new radio. Could you give me an audio report, please? Thank you.
I'm running a Yaesu 710 off of the Pelican MC599 dipole antenna.
Well, it's working very well for you. 73, good luck.
Whiskey station, you're coming in at about 5.5 and it is modulating on my robotic voice.
Yeah, QSL, the band is definitely up and down, but I'm making the trip and doing the business, so thank you. Okay, there you go. So the radio's a little low on output, at least on 20 meters. We're going to jump over to 40 meters and see what our output looks like. On 20 meters, I was only able to tune this thing up into my tri-bander to about 50 watts, and it ought to be 100. So let's see if it does a little better lower. A lot of these old tube rigs, they put out a lot more power as you go down in frequency. If it's the same on 7, then you're looking at finals that are probably getting weak. Okay, so here we are on 40 meters. I've got the carrier at about 75%, so it would definitely load up more. And as you can see, we're putting out a solid 100 watts. So what I'm seeing on this radio is apparently typical. The lower you go, the more juice it's got. So 40-50 watts on 20 meters in tune mode, which is probably CW, and a full 100 watts on 40. So the finals must be in pretty good shape. Well, 40 meters is pretty long-winded in the middle of the day here in the Midwest. It hears very well.
This icon, because it's dynamic, it'll key, but it won't transmit. So I wanted to see if somebody had another headset they wanted to trade me out that'll work on this icon.
It's so nice how quiet these tube rigs are. I mean, 40 here normally has a pretty good noise level, and it's very nice to listen to. It's noisier on 20 than it is on 40. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting one side. I'm on a butternut HF2V.
Yeah, there's probably a way
Whoa!
the dynamic mic is just a lot lower level than those electric, because they're a
Boy, does that
condenser
sound
mic,
good.
what they are. That's why they have a voltage in them. But I think, you know, you might find, what I do in my jack here, I try to find, you know, like adapters that make different things work together. You might find that you can buy an adapter so that it'll normally like that, you need a
attenuator
transformer
works.
up, but you might be able to find a little mixer box that could work with your radio, and then the wire stuff will work
It
more
works.
interchangeable, you know.
I don't know if I'll get a word in edgewise, though.
For a condenser mic? Well, phantom power works if it's a condenser mic, but you're saying that headset's a dynamic headset, and so what it is, it's you know, there's two things you've got to do on those mics to make them work. One is an impedance match, and the other thing is the output level has to be high enough. And those condenser mics, what it amounts to is like these Yaesu radios, they accept a dynamic mic with a lower level, you know, coming in, and they amplify it more internally. And then like the ICOM, it uses a condenser mic that has a higher output, and then it doesn't amplify it as much inside. So you know, that level is too low, but you can buy a little mixer and boost that output.
A W8 VCK.
I heard that. Okay, I heard somebody way out there, Brian. Maybe you have a better copy on them. They was actually off frequency, AK9S.
A Whiskey 8 Victor Charlie Kilo.
Other station calling KB9AR.
A KB9ER W8 VCK. How copy?
Well, that's WA something CBK. I got that, but you're off frequency, you know, a couple hundred.
Well, I'm testing out a very old radio, and it could be that the transmit and the receive differ slightly. Is this any better?
You're going the right direction. Yeah.
You have to split it or use a clarifier or something.
How about now?
But better.
QSL. Well, this would be a Yaesu FT101EE that I picked up at an estate sale. And you guys have such beautiful audio, I thought I'd try to work you. It's good to know the transmit frequency's a little bit off. Let me turn it up just a bit. Is that any better?
Give me a count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How's that?
It must be, it must have a block there or something that's, sensitive.
Probably need to let it warm up for about an hour and then come back.
QSL. Well, I've had it on for about a half an hour, but I didn't have any trouble working somebody up on 20 meters, but apparently on 40 it needs a little bit of alignment. Appreciate it, guys. W8 VCK, Southeast Michigan, 73.
Well, anyway, you're welcome back in here. KB9AR.
Okay, so the word is it's a little off frequency on 40. So not a perfect radio, but definitely one that can be used if you understand its quirks. And a little bit of internal alignment probably work a whole lot better.